Dragon has transitioned to
shock, I'm still
terminal
alive. Isn't that
Vehicle
typical?
tanks pressing for strong back retract.
We're pressurizing the Falcon 9 tanks. We're going to open the clamp arm around the second stage and begin to retract the strongback. We'll move back about 2 degrees. That'll get us to the liftoff position. At liftoff, the strongback will then recline about 45 degrees away.
Started.
How far are we anyways?
Stage 2, RV1 bleed.
Surf and chat.
Launch director called out the strongback retract has started. On the left, you'll see it go back just a couple of degrees.
Oh, we got 4 minutes. Don't worry, I'll be
Stage
dead
1,
before
RV1 bleed.
then. I'm waiting to see where everybody is.
We're just 4 minutes away from liftoff. Again, at this moment, Bob and Doug are really just laser focused on those displays. They have insight directly into Dragon and the Falcon 9. They're able to see where their fuel loading is at, how everything's progressing down with the count.
AFTS final setup started.
Oof, my arm is killing me.
3.5 minutes from launch.
And the strongback is now reclining away from the Falcon 9.
MBAG igniter purges. Go bleed. Dragon has transitioned to terminal count and is on internal power. Stage 1, locks load, close out.
Okay, we're at T-minus 2 minutes, 42 seconds. Stage 1 LOX load is closed out. Stage 2 will continue to load for about another half a minute or so.
I almost had
Once we
that.
get the completion of Stage 2 LOX loading, we have to vent down the line, so you'll see another large white cloud coming off of the strongback. That'll be normal. That'll happen
Vehicle
around
is transitioning to internal
T-minus
power.
1 minute and 40 seconds. We're going on internal power now.
Just a few seconds away from the Stage 2 LOX load being complete. It's been almost 9 years since we've been in this position. A lot of work done by thousands of people to get to this point. All our eyes focus on 2 now.
Stage 2, LOX load is closed out.
Oh, Fluker! Fluker! I wasn't even moving. I wasn't even that far over.
All oxidizer on Falcon 9. 1 minute, 34
Okay,
seconds
you enjoy
to go
that.
till launch.
Second place. That was actually
Ground gas
pretty good.
load is starting.
Okay, back to lobby. Unimportant stuff. Let us transition to what is important. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go to the launch. Let me turn off the transition view because I'm sticking with this and I'd like to see it in full screen. Can I? No, of course not. What a bit of a pain this is. Oh, wait, if I get rid of that.
Falcon 9 is in startup. Dragon is in countdown.
Yeah, okay.
FTS is armed for launch.
Under a minute now, the FTS, the flight termination system, has been armed.
Dragon, SpaceX, go for launch.
Yeah, baby. You are go.
Dragon, we're go for launch. Let's light this candle.
T-minus 30 seconds.
I wonder if I can pull this like that. Oh, that worked.
Stage 1 tanks pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One.
0. Ignition.
Zippo!
Falcon
Woo!
9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA. Go SpaceX.
Oh,
Godspeed,
yeah,
Bob
baby.
and Doug.
The Mackenzie brothers up in space. This is going to be awesome.
And so rises a new era of American spaceflight,
Stage one
and with it
propulsion is
the
nominal.
ambitions of a new generation continuing the dream. 20 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Beauty. That is nice. Streams but it's
T
nice.
plus 30 seconds into this historic mission. Flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon 9, and look at them go.
Falcon power telemetry
40
nominal.
seconds. That's awesome.
M1D throttle down.
We're throttling
And
down
1D
to get ready
throttle
for the
down,
period of
baby.
maximum dynamic pressure. We're in the throttle bucket. Reports say all systems are go.
Vehicle is supersonic.
We've exceeded Mach 1 on the Falcon 9.
M1D throttle up.
I hope they kick to
We're
like
throttling back up to full
the
power as we're through
close
Max
images
2.
up top.
Copy 1 Bravo.
And we heard that 1 Bravo call out. That's just the second abort zone that they're in. They'll continue to be on this until the first stage has done its job and they switch over to the second. At this point, Bob and Doug pulling about 2.3 Gs, 2.3 times the Earth's gravity, already moving at over 1,500 miles per hour.
We've heard the call out for MVAC engine chill. That's getting the MVAC engine ready to light. That'll come at about 2:44 into flight. Right now, everything continuing to look good. Next major event coming up is going to be the triple. We'll have main engine cutoff of the 9 first stage engines, stage separation,
That's awesome.
and then ignition of the second stage engine to continue to carry astronauts into orbit. Coming up in about 20 seconds.
M1D throttle down.
We heard we're throttling down the Merlin engines on the first stage. And we have Miko.
Eco.
2 Alpha.
Falcon stage separation confirmed.
Oh, nice.
Copy 2 Alpha.
MVAC ignition.
All right, we have stage separation confirmed. The first stage beginning its flight back. The second stage being powered by that single Merlin 1D vacuum engine has ignited and is now
Acquisition of signal
carrying
loss.
Bob and Doug into orbit. So they're going to continue under the power of this second
Stage 2
stage,
propulsion is nominal.
which will cut off at SECO, or second engine cut off at about 8 minutes and 44 seconds
That's
into
sweet.
today's flight. So a little over 5 minutes to go still on this second stage. You heard the call out to Alpha, so they're now in the longest abort zone that carries them all the way from about North Carolina up
First.
the eastern seaboard almost to Canada. Things looking good though, getting good call outs,
First launch
nominal
off the US
propulsion
soil
on that second
With
stage.
actual passengers.
Bob and Doug continuing to make their way
10
into
years,
orbit.
they said? That's it? I think it was 20, no? It's got to be at least 20 years. Maybe more.
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Acquisition of signal in Bermuda.
SpaceX Dragon nominal trajectory.
As you call
All right,
it.
here in nominal trajectories, the Dragon pointed in the right direction, continuing to make their flight uphill. Heard acquisition of signal Bermuda. That's one of the other ground stations that they're using to get telemetry and data back from this spacecraft.
Stage 2 propulsion is still nominal.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
A little over 4 minutes, 40 seconds into the flight. Bob and Doug flying at more than 5,600 miles
Dragon
per hour.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
already almost 200 miles
Nominal
downrange
trajectory.
from the Kennedy Space Center. Nominal trajectory continuing.
Nominal, baby, nominal. Wow. Okay, so those guys are up there. These are the rockets coming back down, I assume, in the second image, the video.
And while they continue uphill, looks like we are getting a view of the first stage as well.
Yep, on your right screen, you can see that first stage with the grid fins deployed. It's making its way back to attempt to land on our drone ship, Of Course, I Still Love You today. And we're just about a couple minutes away from the entry burn, and that's where 3 of the 9 Merlin engines do ignite to help slow the vehicle down as it re-enters back into the Earth's atmosphere. And then after the entry burn will be the landing burn, which is just a single engine
Dragon
burn.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
And you heard
Nominal
Starting
trajectory.
chill for entry.
there's that call out. They are still on a nominal trajectory on Dragon, still on second stage, and that's that MVAC engine on second stage on your left screen. Again, on your right screen is that first stage booster coming back towards our drone ship, Of Course, I Still Love You. We're about a minute away from entry burn.
Meanwhile, that second stage continuing to power Dragon into orbit. Again, if you're keeping an eye on that timer, that's going to continue to burn until 8 minutes and 44 seconds into flight. So a little over 2 minutes from now, we'll hear the call out SECO. It'll then be a little
Stage 2 propulsion is still good.
A little over 3 minutes until Dragon physically separates from the second stage of the Falcon 9 after the upper
Dragon
stage gets a
SpaceX
chance.
nominal trajectory.
Dragon copies. Nominal trajectory.
Continuing to check in with Bob and Doug as they are on a nominal trajectory. Just about 10 seconds away from that first stage, starting that entry burn on your right screen. We should be able to see that view live.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
And there is that entry burn
Acquisition
beginning.
signal near empty.
Laun.
This burn lasts about 36 seconds long.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
While that entry burn continues, we're just about a minute away from SECO. We'll have a number of events all happen in rapid succession. That'll be
Copy,
the
shut down.
second engine cutoff.
Stage 1
We'll
entry
be
burn
looking
shut
for
down.
that stage 1 landing burn shortly after.
Yeah, actually, just within a few seconds of each other. Such a cool view on your left screen, seeing Bob and Doug on Dragon. Right now, you can see the displays that they are seeing right now themselves.
Terminal guidance.
And back throttle step.
Oh, Shrek.
We are coming up 25 seconds or so away from SECO, or second engine cutoff.
What is that? Oh, I forgot to
This is
watch
also
that.
the point where
Paint off.
Bob and Doug are
Very cool,
experiencing
man.
their highest G-force. We're seeing the counter tick up to right about
Stage
1.8.
I stained
Copy,
myself
Shannon.
with stain.
You heard Shannon, so that just means they're in their final abort zones. If they were to
Shannon.
abort at this point, would either be an abort to orbit or
would
to
that
land
mean?
off the coast of Ireland. Standing by for second
Stage 1 landing
cutoff
startup.
confirmation.
And back throttle step. And back shut down. Stage 1 landing line.
Confirmation of SECO's second engine cutoff.
Now we are waiting for our first stage to make its way to our drone ship, Of Course, I Still Love You.
Dragon SpaceX nominal orbital insertion.
Launch
It's
escape system
confirmation
is disarmed.
nominal
Dragon
orbital
copies.
insertion.
Nominal
Stage
orbital
1 landing leg
insertion.
deploy.
And what you're seeing on your screen is a live view of our drone ship, where our first stage will be coming down.
Loss of signal.
Looks like we lost that
Typical.
live view, but we'll wait for confirmation of that landing shortly
Yeah,
here.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Falcon 9 first stage successfully landed.
And
aboard
there you
full
can see
cycle
on
loop.
your screen, Falcon 9 has landed. This is the first Falcon 9 to carry
Acquisition of signal
humans to
from-
orbit, so very exciting for us. And as you can see on your right screen, Bob and Doug are still making their way to their targeted orbit.
M1D to recovery 1.
So exciting today.
M1D.
It doesn't stop.
It does not stop.
All right, we did hear again that call out, good orbital insertion, so that means Falcon 9 and Dragon right now exactly where they're supposed to be.
M1D to FRC on recovery 1.
And it's right at about 12 minutes when Dragon will separate. Looks like we saw a 0G indicator floating around there. I know Bob and Doug owe us a little bit about what exactly that is that they brought up with them.
And before separation, before Dragon initiates separation from the second stage, they do make sure to make, they do ensure that the vehicle is not spinning and it is in good condition before we separate.
That's right, the upper stage does small attitude maneuver using some cold gas thrusters built into the rocket body itself.
Exactly. So we do expect that separation to occur in about a minute from now, but they do wait until they have full confirmation that it is ready to separate.
Jesus,
Such
falling
cool
asleep.
views. I cannot get over this view that we are seeing right now.
Nice.
Bob and Doug on the right screen, inside of Crew Dragon, out in space.
Yeah, already 200 kilometers over planet Earth, or a little over 124 miles, traveling in excess of 2,700 meters, 27,000 meters per second, or about 16,000 miles per hour. So again, we're just standing by. That separation event should be coming up shortly. Then they'll begin a series of checks on the Draco thrusters that are going to be used to maneuver and then power Dragon on its flight to the International Space Station. Standing by for separation.
Expected loss of signal, Wolves.
It sounds like we had an expected LOS loss of signal with one of the ground stations. Waiting for confirmation now of that.
Dragon separation confirmed.
Dragon separation confirmed.
There is a great view right in front of you of Dragon separating.
Separation confirmed.
And there's that call out. Dragon is now officially making its way to the International Space Station today.
Dragon SpaceX with that separation call. We have a few words for you from our Falcon 19.
Standing by.
Dragon, Chief Engineer on Dragon to Ground. Bob Doug, on behalf of the entire launch team, thanks for flying with Falcon 9 today. We hope you enjoyed the ride and wish you a great mission.
Thanks, Bala. Congratulations to you and the F9 team for the first human ride for Falcon 9. And it was incredible. Appreciate all the hard work and thanks for the great ride to space.